Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Adobe Illustrator to make underwater light rays and reflected light water ripples. Let's get started. First, go to File, New, choose Web, Web Large, and title your piece. I'm calling mine Underwater Light Rays with my name. And click Create. Grab your rectangle tool and click and drag to draw a rectangle on the background. Set the stroke to none and use the X key as necessary to bring the fill forward and set it to a gradient. Click Edit Gradient and then choose the radial gradient. Now I'm going to select my colors. I'll double click the black slider and change it to a blue, and double click my white slider and change it to a lighter color. Now I'm going to adjust these so there's a little more contrast. I'm going to make this one a little darker. Yeah, that's better. Now I am going to select the gradient tool and click on this white bar and drag my gradient towards the top so it looks like the light is falling down from the top of the water where the sun is. Now over here in my layers panel, I'm going to open this little side menu here and put a lock on the rectangle. Next, I'm going to create the light rays. Let me move my gradients. Using the pen tool, I'm going to go ahead and flip my colors here so that my stroke has color but my fill is none. And starting over here on the side, I'm going to start clicking some light rays. And they're going to get a little longer as I move down. And they're all kind of angled towards the center. And then as I get towards this side, they start getting shorter again and angling the opposite direction. Okay, now I'm going to click up a little higher, go over the top, and then make sure that my beginning point and my end point touch. And I can tell that they're touching because I get a little white square. All right, now I'm going to flip this back so that my gradient fills the object, and I'm going to select the gradient tool and grab my gradient panel here. So I'm going to change this to the linear gradient, and I think it's -90, yes, because I want the light part at the top. And I think I'm going to try that for now and see how that looks. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and put a blur on this. So I'm going to go to Effect, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And my previous setting that I used was 14. You can move the slider around and choose the radius that looks good to you. And I'm going to click OK. And now I'll deselect that and see what it looks like. So I think it's not showing up that well. So I'm going to select it again and make it a little bit brighter. Okay, I think that's better. Now, the last thing that I'm going to do is add some light rays at the top. I'm going to go ahead and lock this layer in my layers panel. Now, I'm going to switch my stroke to white and make sure that my fill is set to none. Now, with the paintbrush tool, I'm going to just drag some nice curving lines on here to be my water reflections. And I'm going to have some of them overlap, and they're all going to just go off the edges. Okay, I'll go ahead and stop right there. And I'm going to use the selection tool to draw a selection around all of those. And then open my brushes. So on the side menu, I'm going to go to Open Brush Library, Artistic, and choose Calligraphic. And I played around with these and I thought that 40 looked pretty good. Go ahead and try different ones and choose the one that you like. Now I'm going to go to Object, Path, Outline, Stroke. And in my Properties panel, I'm going to choose the Pathfinder and click the Unite button. Next thing that I'm going to do is change the opacity. So right here in the Properties panel, if you look under Appearance, here is Opacity. Right now my opacity is at 100. I'm going to back that off. I want it pretty low. I'm going to go with somewhere around 10-ish, 10 to 15%. All right, so let me clear all my panels off of here. And that is this project finished. Have fun, everyone.